If you're a landlord in the DFW area and you have a vacant property, this video is for you. Now, in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to go over what usually takes about an hour's worth of time in a meeting, just in 10 minutes. We're going to get right through it. And you can either steal everything I'm telling you and get your property rented out in half the time, or you can just hire me and I'll take care of everything for you. So let's get into it. Now, who even am I? Well, my name is Brandon Snow, and I am licensed by the state of Texas to practice real estate and help landlords like yourself achieve their goal. My license is registered through the Texas Real Estate Commission. My sponsoring broker is Compass Real Estate, and I have a registered business entity, Snow Ventures Realty. You can see and get a copy of my certificate of license history through the TREC website, and you can see my disciplinary actions are 0. You can even Google me as well, and you'll find out that I am a part of the Oleg Realty Group at Compass. You can check out my 25-star Google reviews, and you can even look at my Compass Real Estate agent page. Now, I wanted to take a second to verify myself to you the same way I would verify your new tenant fully before ever signing a lease with them. That's very important, and we take that seriously in the application process. Now let me just show you an example of one of our active listings, and this is what I would make your listing look like. So on the homepage of Zillow, we have a very specific 5-piece formula here. We always start with a great high-quality photo of the house itself, of course. You're going to get a 3D tour of your home uploaded. I actually will shoot this myself. And this is especially helpful for all the out-of-state or out-of-town renters who need virtual tours, but rarely get them. Well, your property will have it, so it will definitely stand out amongst the pack. And that's important. It's very competitive. We need to be standing out. We're also going to have a uploaded floor plan on all of our properties, so you would get this as well. This is going to be one of the #1 requested items by buyers and renters, and so we make sure that it's there every time. You would have that. And then we also shoot aerial photography to highlight location, location, location. In this case, we can see how close this home is to both a middle school, a high school, and a shopping center. This is not information that's going to be easy to tell without using aerial photography, so we certainly make sure to put that on all of our listings, and you would get that as well. Now, we are also going to respond to all of the inquiries. We're going to just completely take that off your plate and just handle everything from every question they have to scheduling tours and facilitating those tours. You no longer have to deal with that at all. Now, on top of all that, we're going to give you increased exposure through the MLS. The MLS is only accessible by agents, and there are agents that are already working with qualified renters that are looking for properties. But oftentimes these agents are avoiding for rent by owner listings for a variety of reasons, and I'm happy to touch on that if you have questions about that. But we're going to make sure your property is on the MLS to get in front of more qualified tenants, and we're going to make sure that our MLS listing is fully filled out. You can see all of this information, all of this data is searchable. This is what the agent side of the MLS looks like for residential leases. And when I'm helping a renter, I go on here and I put in my tenants, my clients' specific criteria points, and then I'm hoping for results. However, an improperly or very poorly filled out MLS data sheet isn't going to show up on as many searches. So we go, again, above and beyond to make sure that everything's filled out for your property to increase maximum exposure. Super important. Now that we've got a quality tenant, they're verified, the background check, everything came out clean, and you've accepted them because, again, you are in full control of who gets final acceptance. I am going to write you a highly protected lease protecting you and your property. Now, I'm not sure what lease you might be using. I know you're not using this one if you're renting by yourself, because these forms are only available through the Texas Association of Realtors. It's a 33 all-encompassing lease. Now, I won't go over this in this video, but I am happy to go over this with you in person and share with you all the different ways your home is protected. I mean, it's a lot, and this is super important. Now, your user experience is super important to us as well. I will invite you to a dashboard called Compass One, and you can go on to one.compass.com and review this a little bit more ahead of time if you'd like. But here's an example of one of these dashboards for my active listing. Now, what's important here, or what's exciting, is market overview, timelines, comments. This is one place where we can collaborate start to finish. I will update key events here, and this is going to help mitigate emails getting lost in the mix. You can just come back, log into your portal, and see what's going on. I will also create a collection of homes that are your competition, so that we can keep a close eye on market activity and see what's leasing, what isn't, and maybe what we need to do to readjust ourselves to be the most attractive option. Additionally, you'll have copies of all of your signed documents here to access at any time. So this is a really cool dashboard and something I'm able to offer to you as a Compass agent. Now, this is part of that timeline. We saw that right here. Right now in this listing, it is currently live, so this is the only thing to expect. But once a tenant is signed, there are some very key dates. I will update these, add the dates that everything's due. I have descriptions here of what they are and why they matter. This helps keep you in the loop all the way through. And again, just another perk of being working with a Compass agent who's utilizing all the technology available. So let's look at a success story. This is a landlord in Frisco. This was back in March of 2025. And this is the data sheet, again, fully filled out. And here's some stats on that house. These stats are based on the day the property closed. So when that home closed, there were still 9 other homes very similar to it still available. So there was a lot of competition in the area. But what did it close for? So we're going to be looking at line 8 right here. Get that. And let's look at some important stats here. Days on market, 19 days. Well, the average days on market for all of the homes closed in the last 3 months was 82. So we smoked that. We were also able to do it at full ask price. So we didn't have to discount at all. And we also got top dollar for that client. Price per square foot was $1.38. And you can see that's the highest on the list, and it's indicated right here as the max as well. That's about 27 cents over the average also. So we don't go cheap to rent fast. We just go high quality for high quality. It's that simple. Now, to prove this wasn't a fluke, here's a group of homes that we at the Ola Group successfully rented out over a period of, I believe this was 90 days, so a 3-month span. And our average days on market here for all homes was 22 days. And we can see that's all over the DFW area. Dallas, Colony, Providence Village, Addison, Frisco, Flower Mound, Oak Point. We work all over the Metroplex, and we bring that same high quality listing to all of our properties, and that helps us beat the market average on a regular basis. So again, if you're not treating your property like a multi-million-dollar listing, let me, I will.